What's going on, guys? The MC back with another MC Outdoors YouTube video. Today I got something cool. We're gonna do a little compare and contrast, and of course at the end of the video we're gonna take it out and test it. So I'll show you old Reliable over here. This is one I've been fishing with since I bought it in 2019. It's a 4-piece ugly stick. You can see there on the end, ugly stick, right? With an Abu Garcia blackout um, baitcaster, and I love and hate this setup. I'm running Pro Braid string on here. This is the America 250. It's red, white, and blue, and then right now it's just got a top water on it. But I changed Cool. It's a really good beginner reel. A lot of adjustability, and it's a little bit more forgiving. The rod, I got a 4-piece rod because at the time I was living in South Dakota. And it broke into 4 pieces, which was really cool because I could backpack into places to go fishing. But the flip side is if you don't have it like jammed together, you're gonna send the tip of your rod with your lure out into the lake. It's a 6-foot 6-inch rod, and it's a medium action. And it says 6 to 15 pound line, but I use this is 20-pound braided test. I got a bunch of different lines. I got some 50-pound braided line, just because that was what was on sale. But this Pro Braid stuff, I really do enjoy it. It's really nice. But the new rod and reel that I got, you've probably seen if you don't live under a rock and you're on TikTok at least once every so often in the hunting and fishing space. Which, if you're on my YouTube channel, either you're my friend or you're a big fan of this sort of stuff. So right there, KastKing. So we'll start with the rod. Right, so we'll go with the rod here. Pay no attention to my dog. He's easily intrigued by everything. All right, don't you knock my camera over, buddy. So we'll start with the rod here. So this is a 2-piece KastKing Centurion light rod. And like I said, it's a 2-piece. I really do enjoy these pieces that break down. They're easier to store, easier for all of that. So this one, like I said, Centurion. It is a 6-foot rod. Action is modded fast, and it feels fantastic. So I've seen these all over TikTok. This is like $160 rod and reel combo by themselves. But with this being on sale, I think I paid $120. No, I paid under $100 for the rod and the reel combo. So can't be too mad at that. So there's the rod. Leave it, Bubba. Leave it. Go on. Go. Get. All right. And then the reel, right? CST. So it's a Centurion light. These are a pair, right? They just ship them separately, so that way they don't break as much. Let me show you some of the other stuff in the box before we look at the reel. The sticker is already on my Igloo, right? So this tells you maintenance, right? And everything has pictures, which I really enjoy. KastKing is a company from here in the United States. So this tells you how to spool a baitcaster, how to set it up. But if y'all seen my YouTube short or my TikTok, y'all know I used my toes. So that'll probably make another comeback in this video, right? And then what's really cool is this has a breakdown of every piece of the reel, which is cool because that means you can order replacement parts for it. So let's get on to the piece de resistance, right? So like I said, lefty, so this is a left-handed bait caster. So I think it's super cool. I've been looking at it and staring at it, and I just think it's freaking awesome. Super sleek, Feels really good. Like I said, my Abu Garcia feels really, really good, but that's also what I've been using. Um, so let me get this on the rod, and then actually, let's not get it on the rod. I'm just going to talk about them side by side. So we will start here with the Abu Garcia, right? So on this side, you have your brake, right? And then this side, it says it has 5 bearings, and it is Black Max. I think I said Black Hawk earlier. This is Black Max. And they don't make this one anymore. They have a newer version of it, which honestly, I might get too. Um, but like I got this at Cabela's in South Dakota when I was stationed up there. And she is a little, a little rough, a little faded, but she still gets the job done right. Works really good. Action's really good. I have this one set up perfectly through this top water. This is a Whopper Plopper, by the way. Really love these. And then this is the Ugly Stick Shakespeare again, like I said. Um, so now let's look at the KastKings reel. We'll start on this side, right? Brake. I just think like the attention to detail here, like the little numbers and everything, just looks way better. KastKing logo, right? The backside. You have your, you know, your bearing, your gear ratio, and line capacity. So 90 yards a line, that's a lot. I don't think I would ever spill out that, right? Centurion light, KastKing logo, right? So it's all pretty similar, pretty much the same. The action's really good, right? Like this will obviously get better once I have it set. And I'm gonna show you how to set up this rod here real quick. So there's a basic way to do it. Pretty much what you want to do is you turn your brake all the way up, and then you lock this down as tight as it can go. So pretty much what's gonna happen is it's gonna be like really tight. So the reason that you want it really tight is this is to help people not have backlashing. But what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to get this put on the rod. I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll align it, and then I'll show you how to set it. And then of course when we go out fishing with it, testing both of them, I'll be able to tell you the difference between the two. So cool. So these are really easy to put on. Most reels go the same way. Most rods and reels are set up the same way, right? So what you do is you take this and you slide it into the base, and then you're going to tighten this down. So what it's doing is it's lowering this part onto that little flange, and then you'll have a one-piece rod and reel. There we go. Nice and secure. It's not going anywhere. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take these off because we don't need those for where we're going. And let me grab some string, and we'll string this bad boy up real quick. Like I said, this is that red, white, and blue braid from Pro Braid. Not a sponsor yet, but I like them. I like their stuff. I have a bunch of different flavors of Pro Braid. There is a feeder in here. You want to make sure you can go through that. It's like the hardest part is to get. There we go. All right. So what a lot of people do is they tie a knot, right? Which usually what I do is I just start it nice like that. Get it wrapped all the way around itself. And then we'll tie it into a knot and we'll cut off the extra. Now I am no professional fisher knot tire. I just tie something that I think will hold it. So then once you get your knot on there and going, what I do is take a screwdriver and I put it through the center line, and I hold it with my toes, which I know is super redneck, right? But then you want to keep it nice and tight once you get her going. All right. So now that we've got it started, all right, and we get her unhung up off of herself. All right, we'll just pop her around like that. All right. So now it's just like reeling in a fish. You see how it's auto threading its way on there, right? You just want to make sure that it's keeping it nice and tight and relatively even. So once we get through this, all right. So now what we'll do is we'll call that good there. And make sure the eyelets are nice and straight. So give that a look there for me. Does that look nice and straight? Cool. All right. So then you take your line, and what I'll do is I'll pull out probably, so I keep my thumb on the spool to keep the line nice and taut. Probably pull out that much. Lock the spool back. All right. And then you just want to keep it tight as you go. And then you'll find the end, and you'll just run the end through all your eyelets. All the way up the pole to the tip, right? All right, so now we've got her lined all the way to the top. And now, so there's two methods to this that I feel like neither is right or wrong. It's just preference. So some people will take their line here and they will directly attach their hook or their weight or their lure. But what I like to do, because I mostly do lure fishing, is I like to attach a swivel that usually has a quick connect on it, right? Like so, if you look right here, right, you just give it a pinch, and then it's unhooked, and then you just put your bait on there and you rehook it, right? So easy enough. So I tie I think it's called a lazy knot. All right. So what a lazy knot looks like is a bunch of twists, right? And then you take your line and you go back through the base eye. Oh, let's try that again. All right. So it's easier if you keep your finger in there, and then you'll wrap it a whole bunch of times. Around and around and around we go. And then back through your base loop. And then pull it tight. And then that won't go anywhere. But I'm superstitious, and my grandpa always taught me to tie an extra keeper on the end. So we'll do that. And there we go. That ain't going nowhere. Now I'm going to cut the excess off, and then I'm going to show you how to set your drag. So what you want to do is once you get your swivel put on there, you will want to add some weight so that way it has tension when you go to do this, when you go to set this, right? So now that we have that weight attached to it, right? So I'll show you on my Abu because it's already set up and I think it does perfect, right? So what I'll do here is back to that. So what you want is when it is free flow falling like that. Reel it up in here. All right. Well, you also want to make sure that's not wrapped around the end. There we go. All right. So what you'll do is you get her nice and set. So what you want is for it to fall on its own when you disengage, when you get ready to cast, right? See how it's falling on its own? And I'll show you again. All right, from this way. So watch the reel here. See how the line's letting itself out? That's what you want. You want it to be free falling, which is a good place to start, and then you adjust it. I have it turned all the way up, so when I go to drop it, okay, maybe not. Woo. So the brake's on max. So you want it to drop. All right. So I like mine nice and loose when I start. So I have everything turned down. So I want it to do like that. So this is going to cast really far, really fast, which is kind of what you want. I think that's a big limitation of the Abu is that and it might just be that mine's dirty, but I feel like it doesn't cast near. Test out the KastKing versus the Abu Garcia Black Max, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not taking the best care of the Abu Garcia, so she's a little rough around the edges, but you want to start. I'm gonna use the same lure on both, just so that way we can get a baseline. See some fish out here jumping, so it should be good. Switch over to the KastKing. Nice little click. Flick of the wrist. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I caught something. Oh, look at that. A cup full of water. There's a trash can right up there, so I'll throw that away here in a little bit. All right. Let's see. Let's just be a little adventurous. Hopefully I don't bird's nest it again. Just, oh, just so effort. So little effort. We're out here at a new spot. Gonna test it out. I went and stopped and got a few new things that we're gonna play around with. Let's see here. So I got two new Whopper Ploppers. I got a yellow one and a little tiny white one. And I got some tails for my spinners, which are running away from me. But they're nice and gooey and juicy looking. So we'll try those out. We're gonna start with this little tiny plopper of the Whopper. And then go from there. You see what happens? Little breeze, some ducks and geesees out in the water. Let's see if I can keep this one longer than 5 minutes. Yeeted the last one across the damn lake, so. Here we go. There you go. All right. Let's see here. What a beautiful casting rig. Alright guys, we're gonna finish this video off here in the MC Outdoors mobile unit, aka my truck. So we didn't catch anything today, which is fine. I fished a couple local little spots here in the springs that are probably overfished, to be honest with you. But the main point was to test out the new rod and reel. Honestly, I think it's worth the money. I think I'm gonna get my dad one of these too next time they're on sale. But other than that, y'all go out, keep doing what you do. Please like, subscribe, comment.